The winning blueprint presents the Redskins Report.
Welcome, my fellow Redskin brethren and sisterin. I am your man, and of course, your resident Redskins fan, Lou. Thank you for joining me. This is the Redskins Report, the breakdown of the first preseason game versus the Tennessee Titans. Not going to keep you here too long, but you know I got to break down what I saw. So let's get to the board and get straight to the proceedings this evening. Now, we start with the very first thing I saw. Who was back on kickoffs? That was something that I wanted to watch for. And Niles Paul was back on kickoffs. And I'm thinking, with all this speed we got on this team, Niles Paul is still back there. But Chris Thompson is injured. Of course, the running back we drafted out of Florida State. And I think he's a guy that we could put back there. There's some other options. I'm not sure if Niles Paul is going to be back there or not. I'm going to hold and reserve judgment on that until the third preseason game. If Niles Paul is still back there by then, chances are he's going to be our return man, and they're comfortable with him being back there. I just want somebody that can hit it and go much faster than slow. Niles can do that, but I don't see Niles outrunning anyone to the end zone. I want somebody that they hit that crease and they get it, they're gone. I don't know if Niles can do that. And he's not going to make anybody miss. He's not shifty. He's a big tight end. So we'll see. But that's the first thing that I saw. Niles back on kickoffs. Okay, fine. Whatever. It's okay right now. I'd like to see someone else take over those duties. So we get on the defensive side of the football. And our first offensive possession was okay. We picked up a first down, ended up having to punt. The first thing I noticed, too, on the offensive side of the football is Tom straight out of Compton was at left tackle. I didn't think he did that bad of a job. He was beaten once or twice, and that's to be expected. Young man, left tackle, first time. It happens. He was getting work over there, I'll tell you that much. Derek Morgan, a guy that the Titans are looking for big things from. They drafted him about 4 years ago, and he's underachieved to a certain extent. He looked good. He was giving Tom some work. He went by him on the outside one time. He gave him a hard inside rush, and he beat him one time as well. So Tom got his feet wet. That's for sure. With the first team offense, I thought he handled himself well. He gave Kirk the time he needed to get the ball out of his hands. And so I don't have a lot bad to say about Tom Compton. He needs to get work. He got work. Good to see him out there. He needs to get better, of course, but I don't have a problem with what Tom Compton put on film for the coaches to break down, because he needs to get better, and they're going to help him get better. So we get to the defensive side of the football, and we look really good early on in this game on defense. Early on, though, is the key. Let's talk about this a little bit. On the first third down of the game for the defense, they obliterated the Titans' offensive line. Brandon Jenkins put Mike Otto, and he's not the starting right tackle for the Titans. Their man Stewart was out, but Otto filled in. I don't care who it is. In this league, guys are going to be in there. Beat him. Beat him. I don't care who it is. Beat him. And Mike Otto was out there at right tackle, and our rookie Brandon Jenkins put him on skates. He was skating. I thought he was at the skating rink, because he was skating. And I love it. Brandon just jacked him up. And Locker couldn't go outside because of what Brandon was doing on the outside. So that part of the pocket had been collapsed. Then Kerrigan beat the guard to the inside, their first round pick, Chance Warmack. Ryan just ran by him. And he tried to put him in a sleeper like they do a rat pole on the outside. Kerrigan wasn't going for it. He pushed that hand right on up, went right by him, sacked him. So we just got pressure from multiple areas, and that's what I want to see. I want to see guys out there that can rush the quarterback. Kerrigan, Arakpo, Jenkins, I want all of them on the field. Jackson, put them all on the field. Turn them loose. And that's what we did, and we got pressure. It was beautiful. I loved it. Roy Halou on that second possession, and even on the first possession to a certain extent, man, he was running effectively. I loved it. I said, that's what I want to see out of you, Roy. I need you to take carries from AM. I can't have Alfred running the football 330 times a game. Can't have it. Can't have it. I just can't. Gotta have Royd out there, and Royd looked spry. He looked fresh. He was cutting. He was running tough between the tackles. And the Titans were trying to strip the ball. I saw that. They were going after the football. Royd was having none of it. Loved it. Royd looked really good in this preseason opener. Let's just hope he can stay healthy. He looked really good. Kirk Cousins, razor sharp. Razor sharp. This boy was out there balling. And if you have any doubts that we don't have one of the best quarterbacking situations, if you have any doubts that Bruce Allen and Mike Shanahan get it as draft evaluators, as coaches who know what to do, how to build a team, Kirk Cousins is answering all of those questions. Because a lot of people ask, you got Robert, why are you drafting Kirk Cousins? Because I know I got a scrambling quarterback, a guy that's mobile, a guy that can get hurt, a guy that had an ACL injury, an MCL injury in college. I need to ensure myself that if he goes down, I got someone that can step in. We all know Rex. Rex is fine, but Rex is not going to win us many ball games. You know that. We've been down that road already. Kirk Cousins is the truth. Man, I love this guy. And what I said is I honestly almost feel bad that he's a backup quarterback because he's that good. I mean, he was throwing darts out there. I mean, that pass to Santana Moss on third down, he had a couple of passes where he zinged it in there. It had to be because the coverage was so tight. And he put it in there on a rope, and Kurt looked good. Kurt looked really good. And like I said, I almost feel bad that we're holding him hostage as a backup because he could be helping somebody as a starter. But that is not my problem if you don't have a starting quarterback. We got a really good backup quarterback, guys. Really good. I'm talking about one of the best, if not the best, in the league. We got him in Washington on our football team, and his name is Kirk Cousins. That man can throw the football. And he looked really in sync with this offense. Really like what I saw from Kirk Cousins. Freddie D, baby. Freddie D, baby. He's back, and he looks good. He looked good on that out route in the red zone. He looked even better on that touchdown catch. Fred, you know better than to get an unsportsmanlike conduct falling on the ground celebrating. You know better. I'm going to let you get away with it because it's the preseason. Don't do that crap in the regular season, though. You know better. But Freddie D, baby, he looks really, really good. And if he's playing like that, Logan looked good. Niles going to be out there. You sprinkling a little bit of Jordan Reed when he comes back. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Teams are going to be in trouble. That tight end group, they're going to be pretty vicious. Tell you what, look out. That tight end group is going to be something to deal with. A rat hole. Horrendous on that TD run. We got to break this touchdown run by Chris Johnson down because there's so many layers of this run that you just got to break it down. You got to peel off one layer and discuss it, peel off another layer, discuss it, peel off another layer, and discuss that. So let's peel off the first layer. Why this run even occurred. Brian Orakpo lost contained, and it was horrendous. And I saw it happening before it happened. I said, Rak, you're going too far up the field. Rak, you're going too far up the field. It's a huge cutback lane. Where you going, Rak? He was supposed to come down the line. Slowly at that. He went up the field as if it was a pass. I think he thought it was a play action fake. And he bit on that. And by the time he realized, man, it's a run and it's coming my way, it was way too late. Chris has already cut it back, stuck that foot in the ground. You're not catching Chris at that point. You've already messed up. You already know that you made a monumental mistake. And that's what I'm talking about with a rat pro. But look, it's the preseason. He's just getting back. That was his first game back. I'm not mad because I expect things like this to happen. I talked about that in the prep. Things like this are going to occur. And fix it. That's all. Fix it. And the rat pro knows what he did wrong. He knows. I saw him on the sideline. He was like, dang it, man. I can't believe I did that. And they're going to watch the film, and of course, they're going to let him know about it. Of course, definitely. And so he'll fix that. He'll be better. It's okay. But that's the first layer of that run. Orakpo really overran this play. He really lost containment. That was as bad as it gets on that front. He's got to be better. He will be. Defensive line, though. This is the thing that really got me. The D line was completely erased on this play. They just took an eraser it erased the line of scrimmage and moved it about 5 yards to the right. And there wasn't a Redskin defender in sight. They cleared that left side of the line out. I mean, there was no one to be found over there. No one. And yes, I know, Barry Cofield didn't play. Doesn't matter. Okay? They absolutely obliterated our line on that play. They moved our whole left side of the defensive line out of the way. Nose tackle, defensive end, a rat pole overruns it, and there was a huge seam for Chris to cut back and run up. And man, the defensive line has to be better than that. They got some good ones over there though. Okay? They went out and got L.A.B in free agency from the Bills. He's one of the best left guards in the league. So there's some good. And Michael Roos, the man is a baller. He's been playing some really good left tackle for years in Tennessee. So they got some hogs over there, but come on, man. We got to be better than that. The defensive line cannot be moved out of the way like that. Can't happen. Cannot happen. That was horrendous. Got to be better. And the last layer of this one. You know I got to go here. Bakari Rambo was lost in space. I had to put on, Houston, you have a problem. This man was lost in space. Woo! Chris put a move on him. Chris got one of them quick okie dokes. And Bakari, oh my God. Bakari turned around and said, man, don't even worry about it, man. Don't even worry about it. You ain't even got to chase him at that point. Don't worry about it. He's gone, long gone. You won't catch him. Don't worry about it. And like Bakari said, 80% of the safeties in this league probably won't make that play out of space with Chris Johnson. It's tough. Let alone a rookie, he got baptized. It happens. Okay? I told you some things were going to happen with these rookies. Bakari, he got a nice lesson in what not to do with a shifty veteran. Look, you get a guy like that in space, go after him. If you miss, at least you can say, I missed diving. Instead of just getting the okie doke. Whoop! And then being completely turned around and not having a shot. Just dive at his legs to see if you can trip him up. A lot of guys get that shoestring tackle and you can wipe your brow later and say, whoop, I got away with one. But at least you got to give it a go. And when you wait, that's when you get baked. And you waited and you got baked. So, look, this is what my coach used to always tell me. Son, be ready. And he needed to be ready on that play, and he wasn't. And so he got him a nice welcome to the NFL moment right there. That's classic. You'll cherish that one for a long time. But that was something that he needed. He needed that because now he knows I got to go and attack the play. I can't wait to sit back on my heels and see what he does because after he does whatever he's going to do, chances are I'm not going to attack him because Chris is very elusive and he doesn't waste motion. That's what I love about Chris Johnson, why he's so fast because he didn't waste any motion. It was fluid and it was in his stride. It was boom, boom, gone. Off to the races. You're not going to catch it. So there were a lot of layers there. A lot of people did things wrong on that play that allowed that 58-yard touchdown run to occur. And you're dealing with CJ2K. You make a mistake, he'll make you pay. Way to bend that angle rack on that sack. Ooh, that was a thing of beauty. And that was a new move. We're asking for new stuff. We got something new on that sack by Rack. I just told you Michael Roos, one of the better left tackles in this league. Rack ducked under him. We don't see Rack bending that angle too often. Don't see it. We see the rip, we see the speed rush, we see the bull rush. That's it. Rack bent that angle at a degree that we haven't seen from him since he entered the league. I mean, he went under the man, never lost stride, knee didn't hit the ground, and he got around and he got the sack. That's as good as you can do it. That's DeMarcus Ware-like. That thing was, that's a premier pass rusher move right there. So if we can get more of that out of Rack, I like it. I like it a lot. That was impressive. I said, way to make up for that blunder in the run game. So love to see Rack doing that on the defensive side of football. Rookie Phillip Thomas was shaken up. And when I first saw it, I said, okay, he got a stinger. He's got a stinger. I saw him on the ground, saw him flexing the shoulder. He got up. He was still playing with the shoulder. I said, yeah, he's got a stinger. And then they went to commercial break because he was on the ground. And when I seen him on the sideline, though, I see him with the trainer messing around with the ankle. And I'm like, did he get a double dose? Did he get some double trouble over there? And sure enough, I looked at the replay and look, Sean Green is a big man. And when he lowers that shoulder, he can lower the boom. And he lowered the boom on Phillip Thomas. Put that shoulder on him. And Phil is a small guy. Phil got the business on that one. But I thought, okay, Phil just got that stinger. He just got lit up. But Phil got lit up and he was on that ankle all awkwardly. And so he got a double dose. He got a stinger and he had an ankle issue. So let's hope that he's okay and he'll be able to fight this injury off and get back in there and practice because he's in one of the most important stages of his career. As a rookie, being a sponge, he needs to soak up as much information. And he needs to be out there so he can see exactly what he's doing wrong, what he's doing right, and implement these things into his game. So hopefully he can get back rather quickly because, again, he's in one of those stages of his career as a rookie, and we need him. And he needs to be out there. He got a lot of early playing time. He's on the field very early and often. So want to see Phillip lick those wounds and get back out there. I'm just glad it wasn't anything serious. Phillip Thomas was shaken up though, and I told you I wanted to stay relatively healthy. We were able to do that. He was one of the casualties in this game. I think he's going to be fine though. Caught a stinger, banged up that ankle a little bit, but I think he'll be fine, and that's good. We didn't have a lot of injuries in this game. No major ones to speak of, and that was a blessing, definitely. David Emerson, let's talk about DA. DA looked good. First play of the game. DA, you know you should have picked that off. I'm not going to put that pressure on you right away, but what you did in college, the track record and the resume you have, that's supposed to be a pick. And it would have been nice if you would have picked that one off. But okay, you got your hands on the ball. I like your aggressiveness. You're looking for the football. And you know I love it. You know I love corners who look for the football. Because for too long in Washington, we've had guys who didn't know where the football was. They just knew it was coming. They just didn't know when, and they didn't know where it was at. You can't make a play on the football if you don't know where it is. And David knew where the football was. He turned around. And I like his assertiveness because in college, he didn't play a lot of press coverage. He was getting up in some receivers' face and challenging some guys. And I like that. Yeah, and he got beat on that play that he almost picked off the ball. He was beaten. He got beat off the line, but he recovered, and he turned around and he looked for the football and he made a play. If that was a better thrown ball, he was beaten. But it wasn't, and he recovered, and he looked for the football and almost picked it up. I like DA. And he's not afraid to tackle. I saw the man sticking his nose in there and helping out in the run game. I like this dude, and he had another pass breakup on a third down. When Lockett tried to fit it in there quickly, he wasn't. Actually, it was not a pass breakup. It was a completion, but he almost knocked it away from Kenny Britt. He was fighting with him for the ball, but Kenny had some strong hands, double caught it after Emerson had knocked it out of his hand. He brought it down, but he didn't get the first down. DA is aggressive. He's assertive. I love this guy. I like him a lot early on. What I need to see more, of course. One preseason game isn't going to sell me, but I like what I saw in this game. I really, really did. And so we'll see what DA continues to do if he continues to blossom in the future weeks in the preseason. But I like what I saw off the bat. He's definitely going to upgrade this secondary. And you got some guys coming up with contracts, so it'd be nice if one or two of these guys could step up. E.J. Biggers and David Emerson. And Chase Minifield looked good, too. I thought Chase Minifield played really well. I don't know about you, but I thought Chase showed well that it's going to be very hard to not keep 6 corners. If you feel the way you feel about a guy that returns punts for us and Richard Crawford, and you feel the way I feel about Chase Minifield, and look, it's early. I need to see more. But you got Emerson, that's 1. You got Hall, that's 2. You got Wilson, that's 3. You got Biggers, that's 4. You got Crawford, that's 5. And I like Minifield a lot. That's 6. What do you do? What do you do? Do you shave off a roster spot somewhere else to keep 6 corners? Because I think the way Minifield is playing, if you let him hit the street and try to sneak him onto the practice roster, it's not going to happen. Someone's going to snatch this guy up if he continues to play like he did in his first game. Now, that's a big if. But if he plays like he played against Tennessee, I don't see Chase Minifield making it to the practice roster. He's not making it to the practice squad. Someone's going to see what he's doing on film and say, hey, this guy deserves an NFL roster spot. How about we give him the opportunity to play ball? So, now I like what I saw out of Chase Minifield. I don't know about you, but he was physical. He was challenging receivers. He was around the football. Anytime you're around the football, you can do some things. And he was around the football. And so, I like what I saw. It's going to be tough not to keep 6 corners. honestly. And I don't know how you keep 6, because then you're going to have to. You were already keeping essentially 4 tight ends. You're going to have to find a way to keep 6 cornerbacks. Or somebody's got to go. And I don't know who that guy's going to be, but I like Chase Winovich. It's probably going to be Chase. He's probably going to get caught up in the numbers game. It's early to be talking about roster moves, but I like Chase Winovich. I like what I saw out of him. I like what I saw out of DA. I like what I saw out of these young corners. I really did. So we'll see. Aldrick Robinson. Aldrick, catch the ball, please. Okay, everyone's been ranting and raving about your camp and how you've been the most aggressive and one of the highlight players in camp. How you've been so sensational making one-hand grab. How about you make the simple two-hand grab? How about you do that? Catch the ball, man. How am I supposed to feel confident about them putting you in the game? How are they supposed to feel confident about putting you in the football game if you're not catching the football? Catch the ball, man. What are you doing? I want you on this roster. I want you on this roster. I want you being in the game, getting touches. But guess what? If you're not catching the ball, you're not going to get in the game. You're not going to get the ball thrown in your direction. Catch the ball. You can't run without the football. Okay? So you trying to make something happen before you catch the ball doesn't work. Catch the football. You're my guy. And I don't think you're going anywhere. And I don't want you to go anywhere. Catch the football. And that was essentially it for me. I've seen a lot. Thought they had a great showing. That was a good start to the preseason for the Redskins. And we won the game. That was great. Didn't get hurt. Won the game. Guys played good football. Made a few mistakes. I expected that. I said that in the prep for this game. I expected us to make some mistakes. We made those mistakes. Got it out of our system. Go to the film room. Correct those mistakes. Let's be better next week against the Steelers. Really simple. Let's get better each and every week. And I expect the defense to be better. Thought we got after the quarterback. We made strides there. We looked good on the front 7. But we also gave up a huge run to Chris Johnson. Thought that we allowed Jake Locker to eat us up in the short passing game. We'll get better. We'll make adjustments. We'll be better. But that was a nice start to the preseason as we were able to get a win against the Tennessee Titans. So I like it. I like it a lot. And you also know that I am a Redskins fan, etched in burgundy and gold. My Redskins spirit will never die. My Redskins spirit will never fold. Until we meet again, hail to the Redskins. See you next time on the Redskins Report.
The Redskins Report.